Today's lesson is going to be adding and subtracting integers using the box method and the number line. But before we get to that, I just want a quick review of sorting the integers into the appropriate boxes. So we have -3 minus 12 minus -54. The 3 is a negative, so it's going in the negatives box. Minus 12 is a negative, so it's going in the negatives box. And bam, bam, the opposite of -54 is a positive 54. So that's how you would accurately sort these. Now, this is not on your notes page, but I'm going to show you what you'll be doing on your notes page. We're going to be sorting and then doing the number line, deciding whether we add or subtract, and then finding the final answer. So we have -4 minus -7. We have a -4 and a +7. Reminder, negative means go to the left and positive means go to the right. So on the number line, we're going to start with nothing. So we start at 0 and we start our line going to the left, -4, and we're going to label -4 on the number line. And then from that point, so from right here, we're going to go back to the right 7 because it says we went -4. Now we're going back +7, excuse me. And so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And therefore, because this part is overlapping, we're losing this distance we went to the left. We are going to subtract these two values. 7 minus 4 is +3. So our answer is +3 because we have 1, 2, 3 to the right that we went. Here's another one. These are both negatives, so they'll both be in the negatives box, meaning we're going to the left twice. So this time we're going to start at 0. I've put the 0 on to the right because we're going to need to move left twice. So we're going to go -3. Go ahead and label where we went. We're going to go -5 more. We're going to label up here because this is not -5. This is where we end up. We have -3 plus -5 because they're the same direction, and we get -8 as our answer. Last one to talk about before we do the actual note sheet. So we have 46 plus -15. That's a +46 and a -15. On the number line, we'll be going right and then left. So we're going to start at 0. We're going to go right 46. That's a +46 there. Then from this point, we're going to turn around and go -15. Now, what's wrong with the line right now with -15? Because this is a common mistake that students make. Well, hopefully you're realizing that 46 is a much bigger value than 15. So this line needs to be much shorter. So it needs to be, it needs to make sense in regards to this is 46, 15 should be shorter. Therefore, we're going to be cutting off this overlap, okay, where we overlapped here. So we're subtracting 46 minus 15 is +31. So you should have the notes sheet, hopefully. And here it is enlarged. I would like you to highlight key information, looking at this is a positive, this is a negative. So on the number line, we're going to go right when it's a positive, left when it's a negative, and therefore we would subtract different boxes. If we're using box method, means we'll need to subtract them, and that is a +4. We have this one where we have a -6 and a -2, which is the same thing as a -2. So we're going to be going left twice. We build off of this one. We go -6 and then we go 2 more to the left. Therefore, if they're the same sign, we add them because we're going the same direction, and it is -8. And once again, pre-done notes, you could highlight what you need to. In this case, we have -40 and the opposite of -50, so +50. So we'll go left -40, and then from this point, we're going to turn around. We're going to go beyond the 0 and get a +10. And box method, you're going to have +50, -40, so you subtract because they're different. You have more positives, so you're going to end up at +10. Here is a discussion based on common student mistakes in the past. A couple things I'll be looking for on the number line. First of all, that the direction is correct. So if we have negative and more negative, that means we're going to be going left twice. So when you draw this, you put 0 and go left twice. The other thing you need to be thinking about is the magnitude of the line, the length. So how far. So when you draw the -40, that line should be longer than the -19 because 40 is more than 19. And then result, what is the new value? You should be writing that on the number line. This one, they're both negative. So we do 0, we go negative 40, negative 19, and we'd be at negative 59. So these are on your note sheet. It'd be a good idea to pause the video and try them in pencil lightly to see how you do, and if you need to fix anything to erase afterwards. So example 1, 3 minus 8, we have a positive 3 and a negative 8. So we're going to go left for the negative 8 and right for the positive 3. So we're going to go positive 3, label that. From here, turn around and go 8 spaces to the left. And therefore, we have this overlap or different boxes. So we're going to subtract. 8 minus 3 is 5, and we're on the negative side of 0, negative 5. Over here, we have a negative 2 and a negative 1. Starting at 0, we're going to go left 2, label it, go left 1 more unit, which is a negative 1, and therefore ending up at negative 3. We went left twice. They're the same sign, so you add them together and get the answer of negative 3. For example 3, the expression is negative 33 minus negative 44. We have a negative 33 and a positive 44. Starting at 0, we're going to go left negative 33. Then we're going to turn around from this point and continue our line back past 0. And because we have this overlap and we have different signs, we subtract. 44 minus 33 is positive 11. And there's our answer. Example 4, we're going to have negative 10 plus negative 5 plus 3. So negative 10, negative 5, and a positive 3. So we're going to start at 0. We're going to go left twice. We're going to go negative 10 to the left. Then we're going to go negative 5 more. And then from this point, these two together, we're at negative 15. So we have to add those. And then we're going to turn around and go back positive 3. So we have a negative 15, but then we're going to need to subtract 3 because these are different. And therefore, in this problem, we have to add and subtract. And a final answer, negative 15 and a positive 3. You subtract, you get negative 12. And at this point, you could start